Hey, happy Friday, everybody. We're finally here, end of the week, and we get to put the icing on the top with a conversation with some friends of mine in Baker City, Oregon, who run Quail Ridge Golf Course. And today we have Chelsea Judy, she's the marketing director, and we have Nick Carmen, who's the clubhouse manager with us today. Hi, y'all.
Hey,
Hey
Paul.
guys. Hey Paul.
Hey, thanks for taking a little bit of time to feature a really cool amenity in Baker City. And I hope the folks that are listening have been to Baker City and are maybe driving through to on their way to Eastern Oregon or whatever, or Western Oregon, and have turned left into Baker City. Because I know I have over the many years, and that's where you and I, Chelsea, met a long time ago. And we'll get into that a little bit. But you've been a member of the chamber through a couple of different recreational amenities in Baker City. And today we're going to talk about the golf course. And I'm excited to feature you all today. These check-ins, Nick and Chelsea, have been really great ways to engage with our members, help share their origin stories, their products, services, but most importantly, I love sharing the people. So why don't we start out with introducing yourselves a little bit. Share the background and your history of work that led you into the industry today. And maybe, Nick, let's start with you.
Yeah, I'm from Baker, kind of grew up here, went to school and everything, and kind of some previous work experience. I've been in the golf industry for probably about 10 years, through a couple different alleys and backgrounds. I've been with Quail Ridge Golf Management for about 2 years now, managing the course here. So yeah, come out and see us soon, Paul.
Awesome. Nick, I didn't know that you were a local and you grew up in Baker City.
Yep.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, Chelsea, give us a little bit about your background and what led you into marketing, as well as being such a steward of the community of Baker City.
Well, I am from Central Oregon originally. I've been out in Baker City for 16 years now. Grew up skiing and snowboarding. It has been and probably will continue to be my life. And I moved out here and found Anthony Lakes, and I haven't left because it's hard to leave. Such a wonderful place. So I started working there over 10 years ago as a marketing and events coordinator, and then moved into the marketing director position. I'm also the controller now and do a number of things. So skiing and snowboarding has always been a passion of mine, and I actually grew up golfing a little bit too. So when this opportunity came about with the company, it was pretty fun to get back into the golf industry as well.
I love it. You know, you find those passions and you stick with those passions, and both of these, skiing and golfing, are lifetime sports, right? It's things you can do with your family. It's things that you can do personally, even up into the later years of your life, which I think is just incredible. And I love Baker City. Its charm, it's kind of old town, a small community feel, where it's, everything's locally owned and locally supported. And I love that you're reaching out to the Boise metro market to help share the story. So why don't we start with just the golf course story? So maybe, Nick, let's start with you. Tell us a little bit about the origin story of the golf course. When and why did it start? And tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so it was 9 holes were originally constructed in 1936. So it was a ways, ways back. It was originally called Baker City Golf Course. Now, obviously, Quail Ridge Golf Course. The second 9 was constructed in 1999 to make it a full 18 course. So it's about 6,100 yards, I'd say, from the tips. Beautiful scenic views of the mountains on both sides. Elevation change, which is always really fun for golfers to come out and experience. And just the atmosphere, what we're building here is very special. Very happy, fun place to be. So
awesome. Chelsea, what would you add to kind of the story of the golf course?
Anthony Lakes Outdoor Recreation Association took over management of the course in 2020. So this will be our 4th golf season with the golf course. It's a municipal course, so managed by the city of owned by the city of Baker City. And it's been really fun to take, you know, the culture and the fun atmosphere, the family orientation. We're very family friendly at the ski area, and we like to have fun. You know, the course is fun, but it's also challenging.
Right.
So it's just fun to bring all that together and kind of create that culture that we have at the ski area and bring it down to the golf course as well. And it's a really fun place to hang out, even if you don't golf.
Mm-hmm.
We do a lot of fun things like Taco Tuesdays in the summers, where we have kids running around and we eat tacos and have a beverage on the patio, and just fun things like that. It's a really nice addition to what we have going on.
What's the season length of the golf course? Because I know it's different in every community.
Depends on the year.
Very weather dependent, obviously, but we strive for March through October. So,
okay.
And
So you're open now?
We are open now.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, we even got a couple golfers out today. Hopefully, the weather this weekend looks a lot better, so we're hoping to have a lot more traffic this weekend.
So, Chelsea, tell me a little bit why you think it's important to market to the Boise market.
Rumor has it that it's hard to get on courses in the Boise Valley anymore. We don't really have that problem over here.
We don't. A lot of availability.
We have a lot of availability, and it's a 2-hour drive, and you actually gain an hour on your way over.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. You can start a little earlier. Yeah, it's a great place to it's an easy drive. You just get on the freeway, head west, stop in Baker City. We're just a couple miles off the freeway, and it's beautiful. People are a lot of fun, friendly, and it's a nice change of pace for everyone who's used to a faster pace, I guess. You slow down here.
I love it, Chelsea, and I know this as well because I recreate in Baker City quite a bit through the winter with Anthony Lake Ski Resort. That drive is easy, even in the winter sometimes. But I do love it when I pass that hour, the time zone change. I'm like, oh, I just gained an hour. So that's pretty cool. You got to deal with it on the way back, though, a little bit.
Right.
So, but just keep that in mind. Yeah.
Or you can spend the night.
Right.
Exactly.
There you go.
And actually, we're doing anyone who stays overnight in Baker and gives us their proof of their overnight stay can golf for 50% off. So.
Oh, okay.
You should just spend the night, go out to eat. Where's your hat, Paul?
Oh, I'll show you. So what I like is there's a brewery in Baker City called Barley Browns.
Yep.
Some of the best beer that I've had ever. The brewery is awesome. The people are even better, and the food is top notch. That is for sure.
Yeah. So, spend the night, have some good beer, go golfing.
Okay.
What a day.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I share a video, it's like a 2-minute video of the golf course?
Let's do it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to add this here, and I'm going to go ahead and start playing it. Here we go.
Welcome to Quail Ridge Golf Course. Our scenic 18-hole par 70 course is nestled between the Elkhorn Range of the Blue Mountains and the Wallowas in historic Baker City, Oregon. We feel pretty lucky to play here. The views are exquisite, especially if you can catch some early morning or late afternoon play. The people are friendly, and the play is fun yet challenging. We invite you to join us for an unforgettable golfing experience. The original 9-hole course was built in 1936. In 1999, award-winning course architect Bill Robinson designed the additional 9 holes, creating a gorgeous course right here in Eastern Oregon. Each hole has 4 tee boxes available for varying levels, with over 2,900 yards from the farthest blue tees. Quail Ridge has a slope rating of 116. Depending on weather, Quail Ridge opens for play on March 1st, with the season closing October 30th. Throughout the season, you'll find a lot going on around here. From Taco Tuesdays, couples events, and a variety of tournaments, Quail Ridge welcomes all players of all abilities. As a family-friendly course, we offer a variety of youth programs, including Junior League Golf. With a full-service clubhouse, lounge, restaurant, and club and cart rentals, Quail Ridge invites you to come see us. Soak in the views, mingle with the folks, and have some fun. Visit quailridgebakercity.com for tournament and event information, and be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook for the most up-to-date info. We look forward to seeing you at Quail Ridge Golf Course in beautiful Baker City, Oregon.
Really makes
Great video.
Summer.
Yeah. We want to be there, right? Especially summer.
Praying for warm weather, that's for sure.
I love seeing the kids out on the course. I love that. Chelsea, tell us about some of the upcoming events that we may want to plan a trip or a weekend around.
Yeah, I think Nick might be able to cover some of those course events we have coming
Yeah,
up.
I mean, we got a lot of different events. I mean, for every age group, basically, we partner with the school for a couple different youth programs that we offer. For tournaments, we have many different tournaments, but I'd say two of our largest would probably be our Miners Jubilee tournament, where we get about 150 participants. The Baker Open in August, that's another very popular one. We do a couple different leagues, a men's league, a ladies league, and then this year we're actually starting a couples league. So that'll be a fun new thing up here.
Friday nights,
the last Friday of every month, May through September. So
it'll be a fun weekend getaway.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And the Miners Jubilee tournament's a good one. We have a lot of people that come from out of town for Miners Jubilee in Baker City, and it's basically a weekend in Baker that celebrates the history and the mining history of the area. And there's a rodeo and all kinds of fun stuff. So
bunch of stuff, yeah.
Middle of July, it's a good one to come out for.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of courses here in Boise, to get on them are, you have to have a season pass or you have to invest annually. Tell us a little bit about that. Do you have season passes? How do you book tee times? Help educate the listeners.
Yeah, no, we have, multiple different season pass options to target youth, first time offerings, something along those lines. We do a couple different options too with punch cards if you didn't want to commit to a season pass. And then also we just have regular greens fees, which you could pay day by day. We're pretty flexible with a bunch of different options, really.
And I would imagine hours of operation are sunrise to sunset type of thing.
Yeah, once we get going in the summer, sunrise to sunset, about 7 to 7. We're a little more limited now with daylight and in the frost issue in the morning. So
Right.
we're more of a 9 to 5 in April, but once we get going and get some good weather, we'll be kind of sun up to sundown.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to scroll the website, quailridgebakercity.com.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you can find a lot of information, plus that video to recap.
Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit more about the amenities of Baker City and the recreation opportunities. We talked about Anthony Lakes, the ski resort. And we talked a little bit about Quail Ridge Golf Course. But Chelsea, I know that you're a part of this Anthony Lakes Outdoor Recreation Association, which is a management arm that's helping manage some of these amenities. Tell us a little bit more about Baker City and what we might discover while we're in town.
Yeah, it's the reason I think we live here is because there's so many opportunities. As I said, I grew up skiing and I played golf, but we all like to get outside, and there is incredible hiking, mountain biking. If people are into ATV, motorcycles, trails to run on, you name it, we've got it with a lot fewer people, but I'm not really supposed to tell people that part. We're an hour from the Snake River. So, there's the boating opportunities, the fishing, there's a great hiking down in that area too. So the whole Baker County, it's pretty diverse, really. We've got the desert side, the mountain side, big reservoirs. There's always something to do, which is great. There's snowmobiling in the winter too. It's not just skiing. People come out and snowmobile all over as well. So we're pretty darn fortunate to be here. And like I said, it's a pretty easy drive for people in the Boise Valley. So.
Nick, what would you add?
She pretty much hit it everything. We're just an outdoor recreation mecca, really. Anything, we have everything for everyone, kids, adults. We're pretty lucky to live in this area, to be honest with you.
Well, one thing that I notice when I'm downtown Baker City is, I mentioned it before, but there's a charm there. There's some sculptures of animals that have been there, there's a giraffe, there's a bear, and it's just really cool art. So there's an art culture as well as the charm of downtown Baker City. You kind of lose yourself a little bit. You're walking down Main Street and you're going into a shop and into a retail store and a restaurant, and you're just like, wow, I think I just went back in time a little bit and just and tasted that charm. When we come into the Baker City, the first few years back in the mid '90s, we would turn right and we would go out to there was an old mountain bike race called the Oregon Trail Classic, and there's a rich history of mining out there as well, which I think you mentioned that as well, Chelsea, about the mining part, the silver mining back in the day. But I would encourage anyone has an opportunity to get to Baker City to take advantage of the amenities downtown. Go spend a day golfing, get a couple rounds in. I love that opportunity, Chelsea, where if you stay at one of the great hotels and accommodations in either downtown or on the skirts of Baker City, to get a half off golf round in, and then have an opportunity to get up to the Elkhorn Mountains as well in the summer. It is incredible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and as you mentioned, the arts and culture, we have the Oregon Trail Interpretive Center, which is under construction right now. They're remodeling. I think they're opening 2025, so a couple years out, but they've moved a lot of those exhibits down to the Baker Heritage Museum, which is right next to our big park right there on Campbell. So if you like that kind of stuff too, there's so much history of this area, and we have beautiful art galleries, Crossroads Art Center. There's First Fridays tonight. I mean, there's a lot going on in this small community. And fun fact, the population of Baker has not changed since the gold rush. We've been 10,000, right at 10,000, actually just a little under. So yeah, it's a pretty special little place.
Okay, what are we doing for Easter, Baker City? What are we doing?
Ooh. I'll be at the mountain. It's last week and the ski area is open, so I'll be skiing.
Okay. How about you, Nick? What are you
I'm
doing
gonna be
for the
golfing, hopefully. Yeah,
Golfing.
that's the plan. Yep.
We could do both.
Yeah.
I love it. Hey, I want to personally thank you both for taking the time to share a little bit about the Quail Ridge Baker City Golf Course with us today. More of the Baker City amenities and recreation opportunities. And Chelsea, thank you for your friendship for the past decade. It has meant the world to us and to me as well, and for your investment into the Boise Metro Chamber.
Yeah, likewise, Paul. We appreciate the opportunity, and we love hanging out and chatting with you.
That's awesome. I'll see you soon. We'll get up and hit a round or two, and look forward to our next conversation.
Cool. Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Paul.